everybody, Charlie Chedester at Midwest Family Lending. Glad you can see all of me this time. Hopefully last time got a few chuckles. We're learning with the green screen. I hope that's a little more entertaining. I know it's a lot more fun for us. We're going to talk this time with our learning to earn, learning to live, learning to save, learning to invest, and then learning to donate and give back. We want to talk about where student loans in college fits into that. So when you're taking learning to earn, part of that is your schooling in high school, but we also want to take and learn to be ready for college. And student loans, grants, and scholarships are all very important. It's very scary for many people because they don't know what to do. Well, let's start with where you want to go to school. You want to go to Iowa State, where it's about $15,000 per year. Or you want to go to Grinnell College, where it's about $50,000 per year. That's a big difference. There's no right or wrong answer, but you need to know where you want to go, what majors you want to try and consider, and what type of education you want. You need to pick that, talk to your family, talk to your counselors. You can find the right fit. When you know where you want to go to school, you need to find out how much is that going to cost me? Where is the money going to come from? And the big piece you want to look at is, how can I get grants and scholarships? That's free money. Student loans are your other resource, which they're fine too. They'll get you where you need to go. But the less we can borrow here, and the more we can get in grants and scholarships, it's just free money. You don't have to spend it. You don't have to pay it back when you get out of school. It's just given to you. It's a great, great resource. So how do you get those? Well, you need to plan ahead. You need to know in your community who's giving away money, or in our state, or what organizations are you a part of, or do you like, that'll give you money. There's a bunch of them out there. Find what's there. Talk to your school, talk to your parents, Google search things you're interested in. You'd be amazed how many groups, as long as you apply and fill out whatever they require, will take and consider giving you money for your education. It's a great way to go. It's also going to look at what your grades are, what your ACT and SAT scores, and how much you've taken given to different groups. You may help kids in the Big Brother, Big Sister program. There's a lot of things like that that you can take and do. Look into that sooner than later, and you'll have a lot more choices than if you wait to the last minute. Same thing goes with student loans. We want to make sure that you fill out your FAFSA every year. Doing that is very important. It's not something you fill out once and get all 4 years. There's only so much money available. You need to get it in early so you can request how much money you want, and they take and get that approval over to you. That way you know how much is going to be financed. And if you need to come up with money, you maybe need to work over the summer, or ask parents for help, or get more grants and scholarships. Again, the key is planning ahead. Another thing we want to look at when you find out, all right, what student loans, what grants, what scholarships, is how much do I need to take and have total? And the schooling is not just your only cost. You've got tuition, room and board, and books. Most people know about those. The thing people forget about, but then decide maybe I want to take and finance that, is my lifestyle. Well, computer, television, stereo, activities. That's something that technically you can get extra money for, but it's not a good idea. Why would we pay extra money in a student loan for entertainment now, and you're just going to have to pay that back later? It's not smart. What you want to do is finance the bare minimum to get you where you need to go. That way when you get out of school, you don't have all the fun before. You get your job, you get your career after graduation. You don't have to pay it all back because you had too much fun in college. Have a happy median. Borrow what you need to borrow, but make sure you have just the minimum when you get out of school, so that way you're not burdened with a lot of student loan debt. I've seen too many people that have just a ton of student loans, and when they do start getting their job and career in place, they spend all their money on their car, their rent, and their student loans. They have almost no money left to go out and have fun. So there's a happy median. Don't blow all your money in college. Have fun, but know where your money's going and don't borrow too much. Another thing I want you to watch when you go into college, you're going to be applying for student loans. You're also going to apply for some credit cards. Don't fall into the credit card trap of, look what they gave me, I can spend it all now, and woohoo, I got a whole bunch of cool stuff. It's a waste of your time, effort, and money. Because if you borrow it now, it's like buying an iPhone. You pay $300 for that iPhone now, okay, probably not a bad idea. You made that wish into a goal. Great, it's paid for. Would you rather pay $500 or $600 for that iPhone? I'm guessing not. But if you were to put that iPhone on a credit card that you got, that's probably what you're going to do. It's going to take 15 to 20 years of minimum payments to pay off credit card balances. And that's not cool. You don't want to do that. Plan ahead, make that wish into a goal, and know what you expect, so that way you're not just doing things off the cuff and spending too much money or financing too much. Credit cards are very important, so please don't be afraid of them. You're probably going to end up with about 4, which is what the average is coming out of college, and that's great as long as you learn how to use them. The thing that scares me is most freshmen in their first year of school with about $2,000 in credit card debt. That's a lot, considering you don't normally have a job that's paying you very much. It's maybe covering some of your just ancillary expenses during college. Try not to leave balances on those credit cards. They're not there to finance your fund. They're there for an emergency, they're there for convenience, they're there as a learning experience. Hopefully you don't bury yourself in balances. Just remember that. The big key to all of this is you got to graduate. If you go through all this work, you get your grants, you get your scholarships, you all your student loans, you do all your work, and you decide, I'm going to quit, or you just don't get good grades, if you don't graduate, none of that was worth your time or effort. So make sure you do what you need to do to graduate, do as well as you can do, and that way you can try and get the job and career that you want and not just waste all that time and effort. The other piece to remember is when you borrow money for school, it's a little different than when you borrow money on credit cards. So if you graduate, you pay those loans back, that's great. If you don't graduate, or you're just very irresponsible and you just don't pay those loans, there's no way for those loans to go away. Bankruptcy court will get rid of a lot of debts if you make mistakes in life, have medical emergencies, or have things that just come up that there's allowances for bankruptcy. Student loans are not one of those. If you borrow money for college or for whatever reason on a student loan, that money is going to sit there till it's paid off. So either you or somebody else will pay those balances, but they will not go away. So just remember, when you go through all this, planning ahead is one of the big keys we talk about, and really making sure whatever you want is a goal. It's something you understand, here's where I want to be, here's what it's going to take, and you make the decisions accordingly. You can do anything you want, and you can get a lot of help doing it, especially like this subject, grants and scholarships, with a little bit of planning ahead. So be smart, ask the questions, don't be afraid. We'll look forward to having any feedback from you, and be sure to talk to your counselor, teacher, advisory groups. Find out anything you can as early as you can, because college is a good time, it's very important for you, and hopefully it's not a scary subject, just getting ready for it. A lot of stuff you can do. Enjoy, look forward to your feedback, we'll see you next time.